Hey everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise. Only the best here tonight at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. With the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
(2021) What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How you doing tonight? Saturday night at Cotton Bowl Speedway, and Milton Hope in here solo right now. I'm pretty sure Mary Ann is downstairs running around like a chicken with her head cut off because we are having some issues with the My Race Pass, which really throws the world of racing into a huge mess when nobody can get access to lineups and stuff, and everything goes back to the ancient days of paper and pencil. So I'm sure she's downstairs right now making calls. It's not just Cotton Bowl that it's affecting, though. It's affecting everybody all the way across the country. It's a global deal. But we're going to make the best of it as we can. This is the pre-race show brought to you by Day Motorsports. Anything you need in the world of racing, Day Motorsports is the place to go, man. They got helmets. They got accessories of all kinds. They've got stickers and suits, exhaust, brakes, you name it, they got it. They're open Monday through Friday, about 3 or 4 hours on Saturdays. That way, they're open Saturday mornings. They can get to a racetrack Saturday night. So thank you to Day Motorsports. You know, we talk about weather all the time, and I'm going to tap dance here a little bit. Maybe Mary Ann will show up. But we talk about how weather affects racing, at least here in Texas. It affects it everywhere. But San Antonio, where I live, and there's some tracks down south of me, we're looking at 33, 34 days of 100-degree weather already this year. The average is 18. Here in Central Texas, it's the same thing, 99, 100, 104, 105. And it really puts the stress level on the track. It puts the stress level on the guys who take care of the track. So like here, we've got H.E. Nauman. He's out there dropping water left and right starting Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and all day Saturday afternoon until the hot laps begin, which are going on behind me right now. So weather really plays a big deal in the racing community all across the nation, but specifically here in Texas, because we just don't have that easy access to water like some places do, and we hope that Mother Nature helps us out a little bit, and right now she's not. A couple of times this week in San Antonio, the radar showed that it was over my house, and I went outside and looked up, and it was just clear sunshine. So you never can tell, you know, whether the forecast is going to be correct or 100% right. Will it be in your area or not? And the track hasn't got any rain. Most of Central Texas hasn't got any rain. It's just been kind of hit and miss. So H has been out there working his backside off, watering the track. Now, coming out here this afternoon, when I got out here, H started watering the track, and there was a little bit of cloud cover that had formed over the track, which instead of the hot sun just beating straight down on the track and drying up the water instantly as soon as you put it down, we did have a little bit of help from Mother Nature with a little bit of cloud cover. But you know, I don't know that that's going to be enough or not. Over the past couple of races during intermission, we've had to run out there with the water truck during intermission, drop a little bit more moisture on there so the cars have a good racing surface and the fans don't have the dust coming up into the grandstands. Now, right now, the wind isn't that bad. It's kind of calm out there, so it's kind of comfortable. The sun coming out just a little bit more as I look over my shoulder and see the cars out there going in the opposite direction as they are packing the track, and then they'll start doing hot laps here in just a few moments. A couple of weeks ago, July 2nd, we had some great racing action, and then weather affected me because I took off on a week-long vacation. It was supposed to be Ruidoso up to Albuquerque. Supposed to go do a whole bunch of golfing up in Albuquerque. But once we got to Ruidoso, it was raining up in Albuquerque all week. So at Ruidoso, our first stop, my friend and I had to make a split-second decision. We had to cancel everything that we had planned up in Albuquerque because of the rain, and we headed out to Tucson instead. So had a good time golfing out in Tucson, Las Cruces, Ruidoso, and now we're back to get into the racing action and the racing mode here. Lots of tracks going on across the state of Texas. Race on Texas is what you're watching right now, the pre-race show brought to you by Day Motorsports. Make sure that you subscribe to Race on Texas, the All Access. The monthly subscription gives you the access to not only Cotton Bowl Speedway, and we certainly are privileged for you to choose us as your home track because you do have that opportunity. Choose Cotton Bowl Speedway as your home track, and half that monthly subscription fee is going to come back to Cotton Bowl to help them out with any bills or water or payment or whatever it comes into. But certainly we appreciate and we are privileged to have you choose us as your home track. It also gives you to racetracks across Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. You can watch those races after the fact, during the week, catch up on racing events all over the South. So certainly lots to come here tonight. We've got all of our regular cars that are going to be racing tonight, plus the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas is here at Cotton Bowl Speedway tonight. So we've got 7 exciting classes that we'll have this evening. We're going to take a quick break, see if Mary Ann catches up with us. If not, we've got something else in store right after the commercial break. You're watching Race on Texas, the pre-race show brought to you by Day Motorsports.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, who are always putting on a good show here at the racetrack, so we appreciate them coming in. What we're going to do now, though, we're going to go back in time, back to July the 2nd, 2 weeks ago here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, as we're going to take a look at the final closing moments of the Sport Mod main event here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. It was a hot night of action, and we're going to find out in this final clip here, was Robert Stewart able to hold on and bring home the checkered flag? Let's take a look at it right now. Advantage of Garcia's mistake up there in turn 2. Got a little high up there in the turn. Joel Garcia. See, this is what Robert Stewart's worried about. Yellow flag brings everybody back together. And now Stewart is in a battle with Joel Garcia. Garcia sniffing. Ponton in the high five, not able to take advantage of Garcia's mistake up there in turn 2. Got a little high up there in the turn. Joel Garcia. See, this is what Robert Stewart's worried about. Yellow flag brings everybody back together, and now Stewart is in a battle with Joel Garcia. Garcia sniffing around the outside. Likes to go along the outside wall down the straightaways. Looking for some grip and power. Can he get by Stewart? So far, he cannot. Stewart's got a lot of power as he pulls that steering wheel as hard as he can right along the inside berm. Back of the car right on the nose of Garcia. Garcia makes a mistake in turn 4. Ponton now pounces and moves up to second. Oh, watch out. Spin, spin, spin. Everybody's having to check off 2. Joel Garcia was having problems early and often here late in the race as he was getting too high up on the turns, and that time he cost himself literally the race. He was battling from second, challenging for first, and now he's in the infield. Wow, that is a tough break right there for Joel Garcia. He was battling for the lead, really putting the pressure on Robert Stewart. Made a couple of little mistakes in the turns, and it cost him big time as he sits in the infield. Now Robert Stewart, let's get back to the front of the pack. Stewart down the back straightaway. He's got the high five of Joseph Ponton right on his backside. He's Stewart in a close third as the laps are clicking away. 2 laps to go. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen quick. Joseph Ponton goes high on turn 2. Stewart holds it in the middle. Ponton trying to edge up on him down the back straightaway. Ponton thought he saw something on the inside. Don't hit him, Joseph. Stay away from him. High five, running a good race. Avoids the major contact. Lets Robert Stewart know he's right there. Uh-oh, Ponton goes high, just like Garcia did. It cost him there. Now Garcia out of the race. Ponton now challenging for the lead. Coming around. Here comes the checkered flag. Stewart with the crossover. Here comes for the win. Robert Stewart with the win. Whoa! Robert Stewart with the win. Joseph Ponton all the way down to the last second. Hold off the advance of those other Sport Mod drivers, and the Sport Mods are really an exciting group to watch here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, and Robert Stewart really stepping things up in the 2022 race season. Last year he got 1 main event win and was super excited when he got that, and now he's sitting high up there in the points as we're about halfway through the 2022 season. He's going to have good starting spots tonight. Hopefully he has a good heat race. He's the defending winner from 2 weeks ago. We'll see if he can go for 2 in a row here tonight at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Lots of racing action still to come. The highlights, the hot laps are going on behind me right now as they've got the track packed. Hot laps are underway. They're going to keep an eye on it to see if they need to run any extra water out there before the racing starts. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more helpful information. You're watching the pre-race show, sponsored by Day Motorsports on Race on Texas. We'll be right back.
everybody. Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Cotton Bowl Speedway, Milton Hope in here, solo this afternoon, and we got a great night of racing coming up on the pre-race show brought to you by Day Motorsports. If you need something that's sports related and auto related, let's say, Day Motorsports is the place to check out, from boots to driver suits to helmets to all the accessories you can think of. Be sure to contact Day Motorsports. They are the place to go. Going to be a good night here, pushing 100 degrees. I think we're right at about 98 degrees right now at Cotton Bowl Speedway. The sun has come back out as the clouds have parted. The hot laps are going on right now out on the track, and tonight is the first night. Let me make sure I get this right. The Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series. I had to write that down. Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series. My main man, Aaron Brungott, not here tonight to kind of guide me through this, but he did send me a message that we got somewhere around $2,500 extra tonight spread across the classes. So certainly night one tonight, shooting for some extra money. Night two will be July the 30th. And then night three will be the first race weekend of August. So we're certainly looking forward. Like Aaron and I were talking about this 2 weeks ago on the pre-race show about money. We all know that groceries have gone up. We all know that gas has gone up. We all know that housing markets, cars, rent, stuff like that, everything's kind of gone up. And that kind of cuts into the money aspect of sponsorships that people are able to give up maybe some of the money that they have given up in the past. So we certainly appreciate everything that the sponsors have done in the past for our series. And certainly this year, the Advanced Auto Parts jumping on board again, and we appreciate all they do, and all the sponsors who are able to chip in. And maybe it won't be as big as it has in the past. We understand. The drivers are out here; they're fighting for that domination, and everybody's just out fighting for that little bit of extra cash inside the pocket. So certainly, night one of the series is going to be exciting this evening. Night two in 2 weeks on July the 30th. Right now, let's take a little break here and take a look at the point standings that we have so far here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. And Street Stocks, Robert Danielson, with the win at our last race 2 weeks ago, was able to take the lead. He's got 213 points, and Darrell Rhodes in the 3D right behind him at 204 points, and then Chase Ellison in the 39, third place at 193. So tightly packed there in the Street Stock division. iStocks, Jason Batt in the 9 car. He's got the lead at 231 points. Mason Doherty in the 33M back at 200, and Jeffrey Borjo back at 190. So a little bit of a gap between first and second and third. Factory stocks. This is always an exciting one, and this one has some close competition right now in the 2022 race season. The 8-star Tim Homeyer in first place, just like he typically is, the defending track champion here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. He's at 217 points, but he's got to be careful because he got the young gun, the 16-year-old Rowdy Chenard, who I just met for the first time tonight. 16 years old, skinny as a string bean, but he's a really good driver. He's in second place in points right now at 216 points. So only 1 point separates first and second. And then back in third, Storm and Steve Sims. He's in third place right now in the 58. He's at 206. So when the factory stocks are on the track, anything can happen. And you can see these places start to shuffle over the next couple of weeks. Moving to the Sport Compacts. Again, kind of a tight race here. Cody Crabb in the 00's got the lead at 226. But lurking behind him, only 5 points off, Bo Bollinger. at 2:21, and then the 12.5 of John DeWitt sits third at 2:09. The modifieds, this points race is about as close as the race is on the track. There's this guy out here by the name of Chris Morris. Yep, you guys know that name. He drives at 37. He drives at Texana. He drives at the Race Ranch. He drives here at Cotton Bowl. He drives at Heart of Texas. And he is a really, really good driver. Number one, because he's always in the winner's circle and we're talking to him. And that leads to a points championship. Chris Morris leading right now, 274 points. Back in second is a 12D, way back in second. Matt DeWitt at 208. And then Cody Tidwell in the 17 at 176. So Chris Morris, wherever he goes, he always has a top finish, if not in the winner's circle. And right now, he's well on his way to another track championship here at Cotton Bowl with a 66-point lead. So yeah, he's on cruise control right now, but you never can tell. So he's got to be on his best behavior and best driving each night. And then finally, the sport mods. This is another one that is very, very close. James Honish in the 777 in at 253 points, and right behind him, the 32 of Robert Stewart, last week's main event winner. We saw the highlight just a moment ago of him getting that main event win. He's at 252. I thought he had catapulted into the lead, but he moved up 1 point behind your first place driver, James Honish, Robert Stewart, and then the H14 of Heath Stewart at 216. So right now he's kind of further back in that third place spot, but this is really a good battle brewing up between James Honish and Robert Stewart, separated by 1 point. And so is the factory stock, separated by 1 point, Tim Holmeyer and Rowdy Chenard. So certainly with all these cars that are here tonight, they're continuing to come in the back gate. I haven't got the car count yet because my race pass is down. So we'll have a good car count here tonight. The fans are starting to pull in, and a lot of them that came in early tonight, once the gates open at 5 o'clock, you're more than welcome for free to go back into the pit area, visit with the driver, get some autographs, get some pictures, and then right about 6:15 or so, we hustle you back to the grandstand so they can get to doing their business back there and nobody gets hurt. But that's a look at the point standings coming into tonight. There's going to be some great racing action. And like I said, all of our classes are in action tonight. Nobody has a night off. And the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas is here as well. Another quick break here on the pre-race show brought to you by Day Motorsports. We'll wrap up some final thoughts right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise. Only the best here tonight at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. With the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series.
trailer IMCA Modifieds will be second to last, and then wrapping the show up for the heat races tonight. The USA Wrecker Service IMCA Sport Mods will have a short little intermission. If there's any Power Wheels here tonight, we'll get them out there. 50-50 drawing, and they'll be right back to main event action. And the main events are going to be the identical order. How about that? Makes it simple. We're going to be back again in 2 weeks, July the 30th, for our second night of the Summer Series Showdown, brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. Hopefully we'll have Aaron back in 2 weeks. He can give us a little more insight financially on where we stand. But certainly thank you very much for tuning in to the Race on Texas pre-race show, brought to you by Day Motorsports. Appreciate each and every one of you when you subscribe. It's our honor and privilege if you would choose Cotton Bowl Speedway as your home track. We're going to sign off for now. Going to go catch a breath, grab just a quick drink of water. We're going to go over and do the opening ceremonies. We'll see you for live action racing in just a minute. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cotton Bowl Speedway. Appreciate you coming out tonight. A beautiful night here in Central Texas as we get ready to go racing. And we appreciate y'all coming out. Thank you to those that are watching our Race on Texas, and thank you to those that are live here tonight. We did it a couple of weeks ago. Let's ask one more time, who in the grandstands has a birthday in the month of July? Raise your hands. All right. Well, happy birthday to you. Thank you for spending your birthday month with us, and we appreciate y'all coming out, and we appreciate the new folks that have come over from Austin to check out the racetrack for the first time. Thank you to our young fans right here. And, yeah, we're just going to have a good old time tonight. Be sure to check down underneath the grandstands, and we got the concession stand up and running for you. And I know a lot of you brought in your own alcoholic beverages, so we appreciate that. And we're just going to get right after it. But first and foremost, we want to get our opening ceremonies underway. And unfortunately, we had an illness with one of our track workers here, and she had a massive stroke. She's the mother of our scorekeeper. She's behind the scenes doing the payouts. Sharon Luther has been doing this for a really, really long time. She's in the hospital right now. We're not sure about the diagnosis, but we wish her well, and we're thinking of the family the entire time. Also, some of y'all that have been in the racing community for many, many years may know the name Albin Stewart. Albin Stewart, unfortunately, passed away this week. A big-time promoter at a couple of racetracks here in Central Texas over the years, and won a lot of racetracks. Right now, we'd like to take just a moment and have some words from Rodney Rodriguez on Albin Stewart.
My heart is heavy as we have lost one of the greats in Mr. Al.
Well, what Rodney was trying to say is we lost one of the great track promoters at Austin Speedorama and also at Longhorn Speedway, and he was involved in racing for so many years and carrying on the tradition and doing a lap backwards here tonight. Carrying on the family tradition is Robert Stewart in Sport Mod number 32. Robert had a comment about Albin. He was my idol. He taught me in life to work hard, play hard, live life to its fullest, and most of all, love your family. Robert Stewart taking a ceremonial lap in honor of Albin Stewart, a great promoter and race car driver here in the state of Texas for so many years. Robert Stewart with his ceremonial parade lap in honor of Albin Stewart, promoter, race car driver, and father. And tonight is Pistols Night at the races. Hold on for just a moment. You don't have to stand up quite yet. Pistols Night at the races, as we have a great sponsorship and just a great working relationship with Pistols Transmission. They've been around for 50 years, and if you've got a race car in the pits somewhere here in Central or South Texas, it may have a Pistol transmission inside of it. And, Pistols Transmission been doing a great job, and fair and honest pricing, and they're very transparent in all the work that they do. And we're very honored to have the founding member of Pistols Transmission. He's going to be our Grand Marshal. He should be waving outside that passenger window as he comes by. So please give a round of applause for Sonny Pistol. Sonny Pistol coming by, giving a wave. There he is. 50 years in business, and they did have 2 locations. Now they're opening their 3rd location in Marble Falls. So if you're up in the Marble Falls area, be sure to check out Pistols Transmissions. They do automatic and standard, and man, we certainly appreciate everything that Pistols Transmissions does. Here at the track, you see his big yellow advertising sign out there on the back straightaway right next to a whole bunch of our great sponsors here, but thank you to Sonny Pistol for all you do in the racing community. And as the pace truck goes by, coming right up behind him now should be the Modifieds, coming out with the flags of our United States of America going down the back straightaway. And now please rise as the presentation of our colors takes place here at Cotton Bowl Speedway.
Take that away, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. Stand up, it's to you, and your fingers to me, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
And now please join me in prayer. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this gathering of race fans tonight. We thank you for everybody in attendance on Race on Texas, those that are here live. We thank you for all the staff and the ownership and track management that makes this sport possible to come out and enjoy ourselves on a Saturday evening and watch the spirit of friendly competition around the oval here at the racetrack. Lord, we ask that you please be with both families, the Luther family and also the Stewart family, as they are in their time of need. We ask that you lay your hand over them in comfort and be with them throughout their struggles. We ask that as the races go by tonight, we ask that you lead, guide, and direct all of our drivers in the spirit of friendly competition safely around the track. Be with our crew members as they work on the cars in the pits. At the end of the night, Lord, we ask that you please be with everybody that's leaving the property to get them to their final destination safely. Be with our armed forces, men and women that are still spread across the globe, and please, again, continue to be with our first responders across America as they fight on the front lines. In your name we pray. Amen. God bless Texas and God bless the USA. Pistols transmission not at the races. Normally the modifieds are racing for $500 to win. Thank you to Pistols Transmissions, bumping up that winner's check to $1,100. And right up front there, the 44 and the 10, a couple of pistol drivers right up there. So they're going to be shooting for some big money tonight. Normally $500 to win, $1,100 in the paycheck tonight. It's time to go racing here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Time for racing action. All right, here come the Advanced Auto Parts Street Stocks getting ready to kick us off. Here's what it's going to look like tonight here at the racetrack. Street Stocks, followed by the Browning Auto Parts I Stocks. Then it'll be the Dwarf Cars. The Side Piece Packing Company Factory Stocks will be next, sponsored by the Design Welding Sport Compacts, followed by the Magnum Trailer IMCA Modifieds, and then wrapping up the heat races tonight, the USA Wrecker Service IMCA Sport Mod. We'll have a little bit of an intermission. We'll get into the main events, and it will be the exact same schedule. Dennis Gaudet in the 05, leading him around out there on the track, down the back straightaway. Daryl Rhodes up next. Robert Danielson out there in the all-white 87. All right, all sorts of excitement as we get set up for the Street Stock, sponsored by Advanced Auto Parts. Lights are out around the track. They're doubling up on the front straightaway. Get around to the back straightaway, and once they start coming out of turn 4, down by that pink tire, the Pick Chick tire, belonging to Rachel Plant, our photographer here at the racetrack, we will get underway. First heat race for the Street Stocks, Advanced Auto Parts, sponsoring our Street Stocks here at the track. If you normally are following my race pass there in the grandstands, it is offline right now. We have absolutely no lineups, no orders or anything, but we're off and running. We'll do what we got. Off and running. Here we go. Green flag, green light. Going 3 wide early into turn 1 and 2. .3D Daryl Rhodes out of Dayzetta, Texas, jumping out to the quick lead. 05 Daniel Gaudet, Robert Danielson giving chase, coming out of turn 4. Daryl Rhodes wasting little time getting out front as he blasts down the back straightaway, opening up a good 10-11 car length lead over Robert Danielson, your points leader in the Advanced Auto Parts Street Stocks coming into tonight. Rhodes has that car hooked up right now. Danielson trailing in second, Gaudet third. 39 rookie driver Chase Ellison in fourth out of Pflugerville. Ellison trying to sneak up there on the 05 of Gaudette. Can't do much right now, but he's fighting for position going down into turn 3 and 4. I'm guessing 73 is Lincoln Morris bringing up the back of the pack. And Darrell Rhodes making DeZetta, Texas, proud of him tonight as he jumped out at the drop of the green flag, and he's off and running, and it's all but over right now. Robert Danielson, he's running strong, but he's got nothing for Rhodes running up there in turn 4 as Danielson just now going into turn 3. Ellison a distant third in the white with blue number 39. Daniel Gaudette in the old black 05 green numbers. Now getting past down the front straightaway. Door-to-door driving down the front into turn 1 and 2. 73, Lincoln Morris trying to move up, and he does, coming out of turn 2. Going to avoid possibly that last place finish as they come around 2 laps to go, shown to him as they went by the flag stand that time by. Darrell Rhodes, he is on cruise control. Man on a mission tonight. He wants to get back to that winner's circle. Now starting to pass lap traffic goes Darrell Rhodes as he gets by Daniel Gaudette. Checkered flag, Darrell Rhodes with the win. Robert Danielson, all white, 87. He's in second. And a 39 of Chase Ellison in third. Hell, that'll knock out that first heat race of the night for the Street Stocks presented by Advanced Auto Parts. One more heat race coming up for the Street Stocks. Thank you, everybody, coming out live in the grandstands tonight. A beautiful sky up here in Central Texas and Cotton Bowl Speedway, Page, Texas. Kind of had some overcast clouds earlier this afternoon while some water was being put out on the track, but those clouds went away, and now the sun's kind of beating down on it. We did break the streak, at least in San Antonio. We had 14 straight days of 100-degree or higher. We finally broke that yesterday. It dropped all the way down to 99. Central Texas has been hit just as hard with the hot weather. 100 degrees or hotter, 99, 100, it don't matter. It's just about the same thing. But we are out here. Second group of Street Stocks coming out. 64L, Shane Lander out of Round Rock. Gonna lead him out. 2, Joe Garcia out of Bryan. Gonna be the second car out. Tommy Gurrell in the blue over white number 9. Believe that's Dwayne Toyin in the 48. Looks like 777 James Honish back there in the back. 58 Matt Hodge in the black 5.8 coming around the pink tire. Here we go, heat race number 2. Green flag, green light, off and running. Joe Garcia in the 2, sitting on the outside of row 1 right next to Lander. And Garcia wasting little time as he comes out of turn 2. He'll be your race leader as he starts to open up a lead on Dwayne Toyin in the 48. Lander, pole sitter, drops back in the red, 64L to third. Dwayne Toyin in the corners, getting that left front wheel up in the air, driving on 3 in the corners. Watch that left front pop up in the air as he takes the turn. Trying to set up behind the 2 of Joe Garcia out of Bryan, Texas. Toyin sets up behind him. Here comes Tommy Gurrell, Lander, and Honish in this 777. Tommy Gurrell running a strong third right now, but being challenged by Shane Lander. rookie driver, 64L in the red. Honish, your points leader. In the sport mods, Honish is the points leader in the sport mods, not in the street stocks. We got Danielson, Rhodes, and Chase Ellison, 1, 2, 3 in the points coming into tonight. Honish still running strong, though, in this street stock heat race. Toyin down the front straightaway. Garcia right next to him. Tommy Gurrell in third. James Honish fourth. Shane Lander fifth. Matt Hodge brings up the back of the pack. Laps are clicking away. Whoa, watch turn 2. Whoa, almost 3 wide. Garcia tried to get his nose in between Gurrell and Honish. Nearly got that nose chopped off there. Had to back off the throttle. He'll look again on the inside of Gurrell. Gurrell lining right up behind Honish. Then it's Gurrell. Watch out. Garcia goes high up on turn 2. Opens the door a little bit for Shane Lander. Lander comes swooping out of turn 2. Something's happened to the 2 car. He's off the pace. Lander goes by. .48, Dwayne Toyin with the win. James Honish finishing in second. Tommy Gurrell in third. Shane Lander in fourth. Matt Hodge finishes up in fifth. And Joe Garcia out of Bryan, Texas. You never want to see yourself in the infield at the end of the race. He does not take the checkered flag. Joe Garcia. Well, a couple of good heat races right there for the street stocks. Up next should be the ice stocks presented by Browning Auto Parts. All right, they're sending the ice stocks on the high side of the track. .14T Joey Scherner listed in that 14 car up front, iStocks. Pistol Transmission not at the races. Thank you, Pistol Transmissions, and bumping that winner's purse in the modifieds later tonight. Normally, mod winner gets $500 tonight. $1,100, and there'll be some other money trickled down to some of the top finishers. Thank you, Pistol Transmission. '94, Allison Morris. Lining up out there in the iStocks. '29, Marcus Harcrow out there getting up into his position down the back straightaway. Might be the 704 and Nate Robbins as they pick up speed out there in turn 4. Here we go. Green flag, green light off and running. C3 Chris Birmingham at the back of the pack trying to work his way through traffic right here at the beginning of the race. Birmingham, the white, yellow, and black C3. Started on the back row, trying to move on up. '94A Allison Morris jumping out quickly down the front straightaway, grabs that lead. Marcus Harcrow hanging right there with her. Harcrow takes the inside groove, goes down the back straightaway, window to window. Door to door into turn 3, turn 4. Nobody giving up any ground. Now Harcrow starts to pull ahead, inches ahead of Allison Morris, shuffles back to second. Allison better watch out. She's got some fast-moving cars right there on the backside. 704, Nate Robbins moving up into second. Got the back flap of the trunk kicking up in the air. Shuffles Allison back to third. Actually, that's 70T Trevor Egbert, who's moved up into second, trailing Marcus Harcrow. Good run there by Harcrow. Birmingham looked pretty good out there in the C3. Allison Morris started strong up front, but got passed fairly quickly early in the race, and it was all over for her. Race director talking to the next group of cars to go along the high side of the track, kind of roll that in. Make sure it's in a good running condition for him. Second heat race for the ice dock, sponsored by Browning Auto Parts. '01T Tracy Scherner up on the outside of row number 1. Really struggling up here tonight without my race pass, still down across the world, and hopefully that thing's going to be up tonight. '27 Kobe Allen inside row 2. Lights are out, picking up speed. Here they come rushing at you. Green flag, green light, off and running. 4K Ken Plonsky starting up on the pole. Going to have his hands full here early with Tracy Scherner. Down the back straightaway they go. 27 rookie driver Kobe Allen inside row 2. Trying to move up an extra spot as they work their way through turn 4. 69B Jeffrey Borho also having a good run. 3 wide in turn 2. Jason Batt now in the lead down the front straightaway, really taking it to this group. Tracy Scherner, Ken Plonsky running number 2 and 3. Really got a battle on the inside coming out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway they come. Oh, Jason Batt slips up just a little bit. That opens up the door just a little bit with 1 lap to go. 0-1T, Tracy Scherner not able to take advantage of that hiccup by Jason Batt. Scherner trying to hold on, though. Wants a good second place finish in this group of cars in this heat race. And here comes your heat race winner, checker flag, Jason Batt. 17 able to grab second place, edging out Tracy Scherner as the lights go yellow as we get ready for the next race. Should be the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Thanks a lot to JTL Appraisals and Instaprints for being great sponsors here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, as well as Tex Mix and Lads Gold Exchange. We got all sorts of great sponsors. Those are just some of them that are here sponsoring the racetrack, and we certainly appreciate all that they do. Three, James Pena sitting up on the pole. Got Brandon Spreen out of Bernie next to him in the 88. Three heat races for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas tonight. Best show in Texas, man. They always put on a great show no matter what track that they go to. And we had them here a couple of weeks ago. Had the trucks. We've had the dwarf cars here previously. Always fun to have the visiting series come into Cotton Bowl Speedway and show us what they got in their racing machines. James Pena out of Austin sets the pace. Here we go. Green flag, green light, off and running. Pena and Spreen taking off down the front into turn 2. Side by side, door to door. Not for long as Spreen drops off the pace. Goes from second back to third, nearly shuffled back to fourth, going into turn 3. Watch a solo spin out there in turn 3 as they spin it on around. Yellow, yellow, coming on out. Dwarf car sitting right up there in the middle of turn 2. Normally the dwarf cars, they'll spin out, do a 360 and keep on going. Looks like he drove into the back of another car and just spun himself out. Sitting still up in turn 2, and we'll get him hooked up and out of the way and get back to racing. I'm guessing that maybe Robert Carr in the 27 up front. They did not provide me a list of drivers tonight for the dwarf cars, and my race pass is down, so I'm guessing. 15, Ty Paxson out of Bernie. He's up there in the 15. He'll be right behind him. All right, flagman now in charge of the field. Slowly down the back straightaway they go. 27P up front. He's got El Jefe on the front of that car. Ty Paxson of the all-white 15, new paint scheme for him. Used to be black with green numbers. Now he's gone white with the black numbers. Here we go, picking up speed. Back at it. Green, green, green on the restart. Off and running. Here comes Brandon Spreen one more time in the 88, trying to make a push. '27 El Jefe down the back straightaway. Ty Paxson trying to close ground on him. Brandon Spreen moving up into third in the white 88. Working their way around nicely, now stretching out to a long line of dwarf cars. $50-50 tickets are for sale out there in the grandstands. Make sure you get your $50-50 tickets. Want to give you some gas money tonight. Ty Paxson, Black Rifle Company number 15, trying to move up on the inside. Paxson trying to get that inside move. Get that inside position. Couldn't do it in turn 1 or turn 2. Sets it back up in turn 3 and 4. 2 laps to go this time by the flag stand. Does Paxson have anything? Got to watch out, though. 88, Brandon Spreen trying to catch up to him and move up an extra spot into second. Last lap. First of 3 heat races for the dwarf cars. '24 with the spin out, Colby Urbanovsky. There's a checkered flag win right there. El Jefe with the win. Checkered flag thrown. 27P gets the win. Paxson coming up in second, Spreen in third. I think I saw Rob Sanderson out there walking through the grandstands, giving some goodies away. Driver of the 141 coming up later on tonight. So thank you, Rob, for being in the grandstands. Third heat race for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, doing a great job right now. Off and running they go. Third of 3 heat races for the Dwarf Cars. Dylan Spring with the lead in the 81 down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Nobody really able to touch him right now. Looks like Thomas Mock back there in the 44M. Last time by, white flag, 1 lap to go. .25, Dylan Budnick having a good run out there. Silver 25. Not going to be good enough, though, in the heat race as the checker flag's going to come out. Dylan Spring grabs a win. Well, that'll wrap up the 3 heat races for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Up next, the factory stocks of Cotton Bowl Speedway, sponsored by Side Piece Packing Company. Oh, hey, they found some more dwarf cars out there. They're coming out of the woodworks like mosquitoes in South Texas. All right, so we got a total of 4 heat races for the looks like Coy Moore out of Leander is going to be up there in the 22C, ready for action in this supposedly final heat race for the Dwarf Cars Series. Lights are out. Coy Moore, 22C, leads him up on the pole. Flagman keeps an eye on him. Here we go. Green flag, green light, off and running. 08 looks like Danielle Long out of Gonzalez. Watch out, back straightaway, right before you get to turn 3. Got to go low. Everybody stay low to avoid that. One lap complete. Third heat race, Dwarf Cars.
And we're back, green flag racing. Heat race number 3 of your Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. That 41T of Dustin Rude leading lap 2 of 8 here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Going to get a little bit of challenge there. All right, that was 3 to go. That 41T of Rude still out front. 22C of Moore just continuing to distance himself a little bit every single lap, coming to 2 to go. Once again, our Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, Heat 2 here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. And the white flag is out, this time by another 3/8 of a mile here for our leader. Doesn't look like it's going to be any issue here for Rude as he makes it through middle of 3 and 4 there, going over some ruts, makes it look easy. Checkered's out, Dustin Rude and that 41T, followed by Moore and that 22C. And now that wraps up all 3 of our heats for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Next up, our factory stocks here, and I'm going to let Milton take back over.
All right, here come the factory stocks sponsored by Side Piece Packing Company. Good looking group of factory stocks. 3 heat races for the Side Piece Packing Company factory stocks. Big group of factory stocks here tonight, ready to kick it into gear. Tim Homeyer, your points leader. Kevin Najek in the 7 leading them around. He'll start up front. He likes to call that car black gold. 22 may be Kevin Izzy as they come around the front straightaway one more time. Izzy in the 22. 12 is Adam Hall. 17, Don Cron. 8-star Tim Homeyer. 58, Steve Sims. '57 should be Jake Hall towards the back there, right behind Tim Homeyer. Kevin Najek leads him around. The lights go out in the corners. Najek on the pole in the 7. He's got the fast-moving Adam Hall in the 12. Right behind him, Steve Sims. Third row inside, firing up those factory stock engines. Here we go, off and running. Factory stock. Oh, my goodness. The 12 of Adam Hall got right up there into Izzy. Knocked him almost up to North Texas. Spun him out. Kind of an aggressive move there by the 12 of Adam Hall. Poor Izzy doesn't know what hit him at all. Don Cron in the 17 also getting caught up there in the back of the pack as Hall jumps out front. Kevin Najek setting up in second. Steve Sims third. Tim Homeyer fourth. That poor 22 car hasn't been the same since the 12 went right into him up in turn 1. Adam Hall muscling that car up into a spot that a car probably couldn't fit. He got it through there. Izzy looks like he's off the track now in the 22. He's probably never been hit so hard. Oh, there he is right there, back of the pack. Still motoring around. Izzy with the spin out there in turn 4. Izzy's got to be careful. If he's got one more spin, he'll be out. So actually, John Armandia in the 58 out of New Braunfels. 58 Armandia out there. I identified it as Steve Sims earlier. It should be Armandia. Izzy still out there on the track. After this race, I'm going to have to call him Dizzy Izzy. He got hit. He's spun a couple of times. Adam Hall catching up with him one more time, as is Tim Homeyer in the 8-star. Homeyer running second, trying to take that outside line over Hall. Got shut down by Izzy. Izzy was on the outside line, and Homeyer couldn't go there. Homeyer now trying to stick his nose on the inside of Adam Hall to move up an extra spot. Going to have one lap to go, this time by the flag stand. Armandia, 58. He's not letting these guys get away from him. Homeyer's got one half of a lap to go. Homeyer's got turn 3 and 4 to figure out a last-ditch pass. Down the front straightaway they come. Who's it going to be? Adam Hall, Tim Homeyer, and Armandia. All right, so I did have it right the first time. Steve Sims in the 58. Trying to get the paint schemes figured out since we don't have my race pass, and I'm not sure sometimes which 58s are out there. There's Steve Sims, Stormin Steve Sims in the 58 doing a great job. Couldn't get by Tim Homeyer, finishes up in third. Homeyer second. And Adam Hall with the win. '77 up on the pole, rookie driver Tim Fiddler, starting right up front, ready to go in this next Side Piece Packing Company factory stock heat race. Lights are out 8 times around. Russian at you coming at the flag stand. Green flag, green light. .4D Brian Mailer moving up into second behind Fiddler. 99, Cody Tankersley moving up along the outside wall. Down the front straightaway they go. Fiddler holding his position. Watch out. Here comes the 99 along the outside. It's a race for the lead. Down the front straightaway, Cody Tankersley taking that mid-high groove. Goes by Fiddler in the silver 77. Pushes him back. Mailer settles up in third in the 4D. Got to watch out, though. Here comes the 53. Casey Kraus in the 53K trying to move up and become a player as he goes by. Fiedler and the Mailer car down the back straightaway. Casey Kraus moves up to second as he's going to give chase on the 99. Doing a great job, Cody Tankersley. Once Tankersley found that opening over the first couple of laps, he got out front. He's running away with it. Casey Kraus, a solid second, though, right now. Tankersley on cruise control. Casey Kraus got nothing for him in the heat race with 2 laps to go, this time by the flag stand. 2 to go. Tankersley going to come around one more time. Going to see the white flag held up from the flag stand one more time around the 3/8 mile track here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, and he'll bring home a heat race checkered flag win. Casey Kraus still in second. They've pulled away from the main pack. Mailer sitting there in fourth in the 4D. Right now, though, Cody Tankersley going to come home with the win. Takes a heat race win right there with Casey Kraus in second. Top 4 cars going to head off to the tech pad. Cody Tankersley, Casey Kraus, 2 of those. Fiddler and Mailer also heading to the tech pad. Eric Robbins on the outside of the front row. Here they come rushing at you. Green flag, green light off and running as Eric Robbins wastes little time. Jumping out to the front, Dylan Kowalik staying right there with him in the 29. Kowalik going on the outside, takes the outside path, goes along the wall, grabs the lead. Dylan Kowalik in that 29 factory stock jumps out front. Rowdy Chenard settling into second, right behind Dylan Kowalik as they are separating themselves from the rest of the pack. 726, Eric Robbins a distant third as the two front runners lead this long line of factory stocks in this heat race around. Dylan Kowalik jumped out to the lead fairly quickly right at the start of the race in turn 2. Never has looked back as the 16-year-old driver, Rowdy Chenard, lines up behind him in second. Flagman shown on the halfway mark. After the factory stocks are complete, we'll have the Sport Compacts, followed by the Mods and the Sport Mods. Dylan Kowalik down the back straightaway. Rowdy Chenard within striking distance, but he's going to have to hurry as these laps are running out. 2 laps to go as they go by the flag stand this time by. The first night of the Summer Showdown Series presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Right around $2,500 extra being spread out among the prize purses tonight. Leaders are coming up to some of the slow movers back there, telling them to get out of the way is Dylan Kowalik, leading Rowdy Chenard down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. No last-ditch effort here. Looks like Dylan Kowalik going to cross with the win. Rowdy Chenard in second. Checkered flags out. Top 4 in this heat race will head off to the tech pad. Make sure everything checks out well. Up next should be the Design Welding Sport Compacts will be coming out on the track. And mark it on your calendar. We're back here in a couple of weeks. Summer Showdown Series night number 2. Mark it on your calendar, July the 30th. We will be back. Our next racing event here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. That night we will have all of our regular classes. All 6 of them. No visiting classes that night as of now. Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding. Kayla Pouncey and the 33K leading them around. Eight times around for your Design Welding Sport Compacts. Here they come. Pouncey leads the way in the bright yellow 33. 03 of Julie Crabb, rookie driver out of Taylor. In the white 03 down into turn 1 and 2. Already some issues. That gets resolved fairly quickly. Might be Gabby King in the white 03, setting up in third. Gabby King in the black 03G. Julie Crabb in the 03 white. 42, Bo Bollinger in the 42 down the back straightaway. Now challenging for the lead, pulling up next to the 33K of Kayla Pouncey. New leader down the back straightaway out of Thrall, Texas. Bo Bollinger in the 42 pushes Pouncey back a spot as this group comes down the front straightaway. Pouncey in the 33, Gabby King in the dark 03G, and Julie Crabb in the all-white 03 down the back straightaway. It's a group of 4 as the Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding really putting on a 4-car show right here. Get your 50-50 tickets being sold out there on the front sidewalk. If she doesn't come to you, make sure you make it down to her. We want to give you a chance at winning some cash tonight. Fill up that gas tank. Bo Bollinger with the lead in the 42. White flag this time by. Bollinger giving up the lead down the back straightaway. Gabby King, 03G, grabs it for just a moment. Let's see how things work out coming out of turn 4. Dash for the checkered flag. Gabby King with the win. Bollinger finishing up in second. Pouncey in third. All right, officials getting everything figured out there on the track, and we'll get this next group of cars to come out here. Thank you very much for coming out. Race on Texas, a fine sponsor, along with Alpha One and Magnum Trailers. Thank you to ACM Services, Instaprints. Also, a big thank you to Zocknet, Lads Gold Exchange, Design Welding, Tex Mix, Keller Williams, Amelia Montalvo. All sorts of great sponsors here at our racetracks. And, of course, Pistol Transmission night at the races, bumping the prize fund in the modifieds from 1,000 or from 500 up to 1,100. 12.5, John DeWitt's going to be on the pole in this next heat race for the Sport Compacts, brought to you by Design Welding. Cody Crabb, points leader in the all-red 00, second row outside. 41S, Shay Nauman in the back in the yellow 41 with the black engine cover. Here we go, green flag, green light. We are off and running. Michael Burris Sr. jumping out to a quick start here in this Design Welding Sport Compact heat race. Trying to leave the rest of the drivers behind him as your points leader. Cody Crabb settles into third in the all-red 00, 12.5. John DeWitt up in second. He's out of Spring, Texas, rookie driver in the Sport Compact. Shay Nauman down the back straightaway, having a few issues coming out of turn 2. Meanwhile, the 18 just on cruise control out there right now. Michael Burris Sr. out of Marion, Texas. DeWitt having a good run in the 12.5 in second. I see my UTSA guy getting into it out there, cheering on those cars. I see you. I see you. Oh, there goes your race leader. Michael Burris Sr. leading this entire race. He's off the track, sits in the infield. He'll give it up. Watch out, Shea. Get out of the way, Shea. All right, you're good. John DeWitt inherits the lead in that 12.5 after Burris had that issue in the 18 after leading the entire opening part of the race. That'll move DeWitt up to first. Points leader Cody Crabb in second in the red 00. Lights are clicking away, or laps are clicking away. Flagman shows them 2 to go, this time by the flag stand. John DeWitt, he inherits the lead, goes into turn 3. Watch out, Cody Crabb now going to try to make a mad dash. He's your points leader, trying to get that nose under him in turn 4. DeWitt shuts the door on him. 1 lap to go this time by as they go into turn 1 and 2. Cody Crabb will set him up one more time. Crabb, your points leader, looking to be the heat race winner in this heat race for the Design Welding Sport Compacts. John DeWitt trying to do it, bring home the checkered flag in the 12.5. Here they come to the flag stand. Heat race win, John DeWitt. All right, that should wrap it up for the Sport Compacts. Up next, the Magnum Trailer IMCA Modifieds. Coming up out of turn 2 entrance gate and down the back straightaway. They'll set it up nice. You ready for some fast cars? These are the ones to keep your eyes on. Jacob Horch up there in the 73D. 48, Raymond McSpadden. Ready to rev up these engines on these IMCA Modifieds. Your points leader, Chris Morris, will be out there in the 94. Brenda Kirby also out there in the 94. Morris and Kirby side by side. Lights are out. Here we go, picking up speed. Green flag, green light, off and running. Kirby in the 94 with the pink wheel covers, and Chris Morris, the 94, without the pink wheel covers. Chris Morris settling into 4th as they're trying to move up. Look at these modifieds go, roaring around the 3/8 mile surface of Cotton Bowl Speedway. '86, Dylan Tyndall jumping out quickly and now backs off the pace. Wade Pistol Jr. out of Buda in the 10. In Harris the lead down the front straightaway. Chris Morris, Brenda Kirby moving up into second and third. Correction, Raymond McSpadden in third. Settles up behind Chris Morris. Brenda Kirby back to fifth in the 94 with the pink wheel covers. Wade Pistol Jr. in the 10 out of Buda. Inherits the lead down the back straightaway, holding it strong down the back. Chris Morris, points leader in the IMCA Modifieds so far this year, staying in second. Raymond McSpadden, always a very good driver at any track he goes to, settles up in the third. 86, Dylan Tyndall out of LaGrange, striking distance in fourth. Brenda Kirby rounds out the top five in the 94 with the pink tires. Excellent modified race right from the very beginning. Wade Pistol Jr. grabs the lead, 1 lap to go. Chris Morris, Raymond McSpadden running second and third. There hasn't been a change over the last 4 or 5 laps. Coming around, looking for that checkered flag. He should get it. Out of Buda, Texas, the 10 of Wade Pistol Jr. Chris Morris with the win, or with the second place finish. Raymond McSpadden finishing third. Wow, good win there by Wade Pistol Jr. in the 10 car out of Buda. Chris Morris finishing up in second, Raymond McSpadden third, Dylan Tyndall fourth, and Brenda Kirby fifth in the 94 with the pink. Rob Sanderson leading up this next group. He's on the pole in the IMCA Modifieds. 44 Wade Pistol out of Austin will be up next to him on row 1 on the outside. Looking good, 2x2x2 all the way back. Lights are out, here we go. Green flag, green light off and running another heat race. Wade Pistol jumps out. Everybody goes by Rob Sanderson like he's sitting still. Whoa, watch out, the 44 gets loose. Everybody else goes by, yellow, yellow, yellow. Wade Pistol sitting up front. Going to give it another try on the restart. Lights are out. Who is that? Hardy Henderson jumping out right there on the restart. The 163 down the back straightaway. Jumps out to that lead, trying to separate himself from the rest of the pack. Off and running. Man, look at Hardy Henderson go. Garrett Gregory in the 77 giving chase in second place as Hardy Henderson trying to hold on to that lead here in this modified heat race. Yeah, 44 Wade Pistols out. Hardy Henderson leading them down. Looking good, looking strong, leading Garrett Gregory out of Tomball, Texas. Gregory got nothing for Hardy Henderson right now. Laps are clicking away. They saw the 2 laps to go that time by. Hardy Henderson doing a great job. Gregory didn't have anything for him in this heat race for the IMCA Modifieds. Presented by Magnum Trailers. Last lap, 1 lap to go. Here goes Gregory. As soon as I said he had nothing for him, now he's trying to make the move out of turn 2. Henderson shuts the door on him and... oh, watch out. Here comes Garrett Gregory. Whoa, Hardy Henderson. Hardy Henderson makes a mad dash. He has a big mistake up there in between turn 3 and 4. Garrett Gregory probably thought he had the checkered flag for him, and Hardy Henderson comes screaming back for the win by a fender. Man, that's an excellent finish. Just when you thought that Hardy Henderson was on cruise control, made a big mistake up there between turn 3 and 4. Garrett Gregory tried to pounce on it immediately, had it for just a second, and then he lost it, and Hardy Henderson by a fender with the win. Coming up next, the IMCA Sport Mods presented by USA Wrecker Service. USA Wrecker Service, IMCA Sport Mods. All right, Doug Ripple. He is going to start up on the pole in the all-white number 8. Doug Ripple on the pole. Lights are out. Equally fast cars. Here they come, running at you. Green flag, green light. Off and running. Ripple gets pushed back quickly back to second place. Joel Garcia out of Bryan rushing up into 23. Oh, we got a spin up in turn 4. Doug Ripple. He's all right. High five of Joseph Ponton still out there on the track running well. Looks like Heath Stewart in the H14 running up in third. Jason Hubert right now leading him around. Jason Hubert Sr. out of Coppers Cove, Texas. Leading him down the front straightaway, and Garcia giving up second place to Heath Stewart. Heath Stewart moving up into second in the multicolored H14. Garcia shuffles back to third. Long line of sport mods presented by USA Wrecker Service. 777, James Hanish. Hanish moving up in the 777 right behind Joel Garcia. Joseph Ponton in the high five right behind him. Single file around the track. Jason Hubert Sr. Once he got out front, got by Doug Ripple. He's had the lead. Heath Stewart got nothing for him right now, as does Joel Garcia, settling into third with 2 laps to go that time by the flag stand. Hanish, your points leader, coming into tonight. Got Joseph Ponton behind him in the high five. 1 lap to go. Should see the white flag this time by. A half lap to go, 7:78. Jason Hubert Sr. Coppers Cove coming in on cruise control. Going to take the win. Heath Stewart finishing up in second. Joel Garcia third, Hanish fourth. Good job by the Sport Mods. Good job. Hubert, Stewart, Garcia. Hanish, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, waiting to get the Doug Ripple 8 car pushed out of the infield. And should have one more Sport Mod race coming out. All right, getting lined up 2 by 2, ready to head off into it. I know one of those 23s is Joe Maple, 231, Joe Maple. Greg Atwood will be the other 23. Joe Maple's 231. He's got a tiny little 1 on the side of that car. Greg Atwood in the 23. 8 times around, ready to go. Earl Ingram in the 51, looks like second row inside. Lights are out, picking up speed. Here we go, off and running. Robert Stewart in the 32, took that ceremonial lap for Albin Stewart. Starting at the back of the pack, now trying to muscle his way up front. He moves up to 4th, now challenging for 3rd in turn 3. Look at Robert Stewart go. Single file down the back straightaway, coming around to the flag stand. Joe Maple, Atwood, running 1-2. Whoa, Robert Stewart got real loose in turn 2. 51 car had to check up behind him or end up in the trunk of that car. Stewart flying like he's out there on a mission. Got a lot of horsepower in that 32 Sport Mod, now trying to catch up with the rest of the group, trying to get a better starting spot for the main event. Joe Maple out in front, Greg Atwood in second. Halfway point, that time by the flag stand. Eric Sigelski in the 17 having a pretty good show out there, sitting in third place, right in between Greg Atwood and Robert Stewart. Sigelski better watch out. 2 laps to go. Stewart trying to make a move. Wants to move up one more spot. Atwood solidly in second. Sigelski not really able to make a move on him over the last couple of laps. Stewart, after that aggressive start at the beginning, had to back off, and now going to try it one more time with 1 lap to go, but just cannot get by the other drivers. Cannot move up that extra spot in this heat race. Sigelski getting right up behind Atwood. Sigelski in third, Atwood second in the 23. Here comes your race winner, Joe Maple, 231. 23, Greg Atwood second, Eric Sigelski third in the 17. Robert Stewart finishes up fourth in the 32. That's a great heat race run by those Sport Modifies, presented by USA Wrecker Service. That's going to wrap up the heat races. Main events will be coming up after just a quick little short break. I think we may have some power wheels out there on the front straightaway, and time for you to get up and go get some food and drink and settle back in, because we're main event racing the rest of the night.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Just a quick little break.
2021.
Drivers will go back to their cars and get ready for the main events. Getting ready
What
to
a
come up.
year.
There's going to be the
It was a year
exact
full
same
of new
order for the main
things.
events that we just had
New
for
tracks,
heat races,
bigger
time to
broadcasts,
go down and get something
and
to eat or drink
more
in our
in-depth
concession
coverage.
stands.
We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and
Next race is
we
going to
got
be
no
July the
plans
30th. It will
of
be our
stopping
second night of the
now.
Summer Series showdown.
2022 is going to bring
Thank you
our
to the,
biggest
Pistol
schedule ever.
Transmission for sponsoring
Bigger
tonight's
races,
and,
more
some
cameras,
extra money inside
and
the modified
more local racing.
envelope tonight.
You're not going to want to miss
Modified
this.
to 500
We are ready to bring you
About
the
$1,100
biggest
for the
racing
win.
season
There'll be some other
ever,
money sprinkled down
only
as well. Thank
at
you to Pistol Transmission, opening up their
raceontexas.com.
third location.
Taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, it's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyme and it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying.
So Jesse makes her way around. Be sure to
We on the chase
give
to
her
the
a
sun
thank you.
down. We on the chase to the sun
for
up.
racing
What's
out
up,
here.
leading the line when we run now. Chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
Jesse Davis passing out some race cards of hers. She's a lovely young lady. On it. If you have a ticket,
Hey everybody,
that
Winning
says
Technologies Workshop is proud to announce
4970,
WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right.
Please come down to the flag
WinTech.tv
stand.
have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the
4970.
motorsports industry.
You're in the
We're
back
excited to
room
be
and you have
launching
that
at
number, please hold your hands
$79.99
up
a year,
before you
folks.
come
That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone. All the tech information you need. Get it now. WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Good golly. Uh-oh. Check that number. He looks suspicious.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some
4970.
noise.
Congratulations.
Only the best here tonight at the Devil's Bowl Speedway.
With the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series.
What part of Kansas? Oh, I'm over here on the front row, sir. Come here. Hey, over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. That's how we did these. Hey, you. All right. So you're from Kansas. What part of Kansas? Is there a name of the city? Just say it. Humboldt Speedway in southeast Kansas. Battle of the Bull Ring, 10,000 win every year. And she was just telling me y'all were just kind of passing by and you saw the racetrack? All right. Okay. Very good. So they go to South Padre Island each year and they stop here going home. All right. Are you on your way home now? All right. Well, take that $155 and get your... Thank you for coming out. Thank you for making Top Bull Speedway stop. If they are, our t-shirt sellers. He just announced that the first $155, free hamburgers for everybody.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming is priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, I'm not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
compacts.
Hey everybody, Winning Technology Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Yes, no sport compacts, no trucks, at least right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise.
Only the best here tonight at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. With the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series.
How much technology plays in the racing industry with my race pass being down. It's not able to generate lineups for the scorekeepers and the folks down in the pit area to get the lineups done. The announcer has nothing to announce from. It's a bit difficult. Technology interrupts and my race pass is not able to make it.
Welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks.
All right, the Street Stocks presented by Advanced Auto Parts, ready to kick off the main event action here at Pistols Night at the Races. Pistols thrown in extra money into the modified main event tonight. Winner taking home $1,100 instead of the normal $500. But thank you to Pistols Transmission with their new location, their third location in existence now, Marble Falls. All right, they're going to start rolling around. Apparently the lineup looks okay to the race directors up in the tower. '05 Daniel Gaudet and Shane Lander in the 64L will lead around this group of street stocks ready to try to capitalize on this 20-lap main event. Rolled up green flag this time by. Daryl Rhodes in the 3D ready for action. "20 times around. Flagman flips off the light. Daniel Gaudet leads them slowly into turn 4. Pink tire. Here we go. Green flag, green light. Shane Lander in the 64L wasting little time getting out in front. Got Daryl Rhodes out of DeZetta, Georgia, or DeZetta, Texas, moving on up into second. Yellow, yellow. One of the cars has made our race director unhappy, and he may be getting an earful here in a minute. Daryl Rhodes, DeZetta, Texas, and Lander right up front. I think that's the 73 of Lincoln Morris. Race director H.E. Nauman up here trying to get everybody where they need to be. Okay, race director up here really trying to fight his way around these guys to get them where they belong in this main event. We're not fiddling around with it no more. We're going green no matter where they're lined up. Lights are out. Here we go. Let's try it again. Shane Lander in the 64L trying one more time.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, 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 as we had a tire kicked out into the race. Reposition that. HE control working race. My race pass not cooperating with us. This is going to be our lineups. The 64L, Shane Landers. The 30D of Darrell Rhodes. The 73 of Lincoln Morris. The 9 of Tommy Gurrell. The 48 of Dwayne Toyn. The 777 James Honish. 39 Jace Ellison. Robert Danielson. Joe Garcia. Lights are out on the back straightaway. Remember, Texas two-step. Once the lights go out, that leader can take off at any given moment. Lights are out down the back straightaway, and we are green flag racing. Shane Lander going to lead them up in front, and a 3D of Darrell Rhodes, bottom side. Rhodes down on the bottom side. Shane Lander's up on the top side. Down the back straightaway, it's going to be Landers, Rhodes, Tommy Gurrell, but we're 3 wide between Tommy Gurrell, the 777 of Honish, and the 48 of Dwayne Toyn. Toyn and Honish going to drag race down the front straightaway. That's for the 4th and 5th position. Now up on the top side is going to be Landers. On the bottom side of the 3D of Darrell Rhodes. Rhodes now going to take the leading position, getting into 3 and 4, through the middle of 3 and 4, coming out 3-4, the 3D of Darrell Rhodes, followed by the 64L of Shane Lander, the 9 of Tommy Gurrell, the 48 of Dwayne Toyn, the 777 of Honish, 73 of Lincoln Morris. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide, 2 wide, 3 deep, and that's going to put the Dwayne Toyn on the inside and the 9 of Gurrell up on the top side in the middle with the 777 of Honish trying to work his way into the top 5. Down the back straightaway, we have 4 laps down in this 20-lap main event. 3D of Darrell Rhodes, followed by the 64 of Shane Lander, the 48 of Dwayne Toyn, followed by the 9 of Tommy Gurrell, the 777 of James Honish. Dwayne Toyn, multiple feature winner here in the last couple of weeks. 0-5, caution. Slow it down. 0-5 takes a short trip through the infield. Restack and repack. 5 laps down, 15 to go. We could probably got about 1 or 2 more cautions, and we're going to go to a 15-lap feature here for your Outlaw Street Stocks at Cotton Bowl Speedway. 3D out front, the 64L of Shane Landers takes the top side, the 9 of Tommy Gurrell on the bottom side, the 48 Dwayne Towen on the bottom, with the 777 of Honish on the top side. Down the back straightaway, once again, light out, Texas 2-step restart. Darrell Rhodes wastes no time. Lights are out, and he is drag racing down the back straightaway. Cut the line at .002. 3 wide now through 3 and 4. It's going to be Dwayne Towen on the end. And Shane Landers up on the top side. Down the back straightaway, still 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's going to be all Darrell Rhodes down the front back straightaway by about 8 car lengths, but 3 wide for that second, third, and that 4th position. Dwayne Towen working the bottom side. He's going to come out in the best position there in that second position. It's going to be 3D, Darrell Rhodes, followed by Dwayne Towen, Shane Lander, Tommy Gurrell, James Honish will be your top 4, and your top 5 will be the Honish. It is all Darrell Rhodes all the time out front in the 3D machine. Behind him will be the 48 of Dwayne Towen, Shane Lander, James Honish, and Tommy Gurrell. Eight coming to 9 laps down, 11 laps to go in your street stock feature race. It is still Darrell Rhodes, followed by Dwayne Towen, Shane Lander, James Honish, Tommy Gurrell, Robert Danielson, Matthew Hodge, Chase Ellison, Joe Garcia, Lincoln Morris, and Daniel Gardette. Yeah. 3D Darrell Rhodes now. Dwayne Toyen going to put on him, going to get down the bottom side. Rhodes skates up high, and that's going to let the 48 by. Looks like 3D of Darrell Rhodes is off the pace. 3D. We're going to see if we can keep it green. See if we can keep it green. H.E. Nauman, the race director, working with the 3D. See if he can. There we go. Good job by race director and by the 3D of Darrell Rhodes. Following direction there, but that's going to let Dwayne Toyen in a 48 out front, followed by the 64L. Well, 7. Now the 777 going to put some pressure on the 64L of Shane Lander. 777. James Honish, multiple IMCA Southern Sport Mod winner in the 777. Now driving an Outlaw Street Stock. Out front's going to be the 48, multiple feature winners here in your street stocks in the 48 of Dwayne Toyen. Raced all across the country, up in Kansas and Nebraska. Heck of a guy. They're part of the Terry Schroner team. Out front now is going to be the 48, Dwayne Toyen, followed by the 64, Shane Lander. 777 of Honish, and in the 9 of Tommy Gurrell. Down the back straightaway we go. Coming to 15 down and 5 laps to go. We'll be getting a 5 in the air this time from Joel, our friendly flagman. Going to be Dwayne Toyen, Shane Lander, James Honish, Tommy Gurrell, Robert Danielson will round out the top 5. Toyen. That race car is one free race car. They say a free race car is a fast race car, and that shows it. That shows the car turns and it rotates, and that's what makes the speed. You keep that momentum up. When it's tight, you got to stab the brake, you got to stab the gas, and that does not work well when you're dirt track racing. Dwayne Toyen, a 48 machine on a rail right now. through the middle of 1 and 2. We are going to get 2 flags in the air and 2 to go this time by for the 48 of Dwayne Toyen, followed by the 64 of Shane Lander, the 777 of Honish, the 9 of Tommy Gurrell. 2 car, the Joe Garcia off the pace and into the infield. 48. Dwayne Toyen will be getting the white flag in the air this time by.
Last lap coming up as a white flag thrown in the flag stand. Coming around, finishing up, getting ready to come home for a checkered flag win. Really good race run out there, inherited the lead and brings it on home. Great job by the 48. Dwayne Toyen with the win. Shane Lander finishing up in second. James Honish finishing third. Terry Scherner fourth in the street stock main event here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Good run there by the win of Dwayne Toyen. Shane Lander finishing up in second. James Honish in third. And Scherner fourth. Watch out, Robert Danielson making his way by everybody. Coming into tonight, Danielson had a 9-point lead over Darrell Rhodes. Darrell Rhodes had the early lead and had to drop out of the race, and that's unfortunate. That's 2 weeks in a row that Rhodes has had to exit the track early. 2 weeks ago in our racing here at the racetrack, he had a rock go through the radiator, just a little bit smaller than fist size, and that knocked him out of the race 2 weeks ago. Not quite sure what happened to Darrell Rhodes this week, but he had to leave the track early one more time after leading early in the race. Victory lap celebration, the checkered flag drive by Dwayne Toyen in the 48. He'll settle on in to the winner's circle, and our main man, Joe Spillman, will do our winner's circle interview of Dwayne Toyen.
Waiting for the 48 driver, Dwayne Toyen, to get out of this race car. There he is, out of the race car. Y'all give it up. What a drive by the 48. That's 3 feature wins here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Let's get over here where the camera can see us. That's the important part, my friend. Dwayne Toyen, the driver of the 48, took a little patience that time. Had to work your way through the traffic and get up there to the front. How did that all work out for you?
I'm tired.
Old, you're not really fat, but old gray-haired guys get sweaty and out of breath, don't they?
But we still get it done, don't we?
Every day.
Yeah, that was a good race. I basically just tried to be patient. If somebody got loose, I tried to stick it underneath them. If they got tight, just take what they give me. I'm at that point in time now where I just want to come out, be competitive, and have fun.
Awesome. Who all helped you get here tonight in the 48 machine?
My wife Angie, right there in the purple skirt, she's my biggest supporter. But Frontline Delivery, Terry's Body Shop, Ed Taylor, they're those two I couldn't do it without.
We can't get here every week without those help. So good to see you here again, buddy.
Thank you,
it's been fun. It was a heck of a race. Good job, Dwayne. Going to get your signature on a Frisbee. We're going to throw it up in the stands. Who wants this Frisbee? Who wants the Frisbee? I think this side wins it. This side gets it. Let's see if the old man can get over the fence. Don't tear a rotator cuff. He's going to need Tommy John surgery. Over the grandstands? Out of the park?
Congratulations to Wayne Toyin down there with the win. And up next, you see him out there on the back straightaway. The ice stocks are back there, presented by Browning Auto Parts. Coming into tonight's feature race, the ice stocks, Jason Batt in the 9 is your points leader with 231 points. 33M Mason Doherty second at 200. 69B Jeffrey Borho back at 190. So Jason Batt in the 9 got a 31-point lead coming into tonight. High Stocks presented by Browning Auto Parts. T Joey Scherner going to lead the way. 4K Ken Plonsky out of Killeen will be next to him on the front row. Lights are out. Here we go. Green flag, green light off and running. Ice. Down the back straightaway they go, trying to shuffle up out of turn 2. 2 and 3 wide, going down the back straightaway, setting up bumper to bumper, coming around turn 4, first time by. Joey Scherner sets the pace in that 14T ice stock. Down into turn 1 and 2, 2 and 3 wide all the way through. Everybody trying to get into that perfect spot, looking for the opportunity to move. Marcus Harcrow in the 29. Moving up into third, trying to set himself up to move up one additional spot. Down into turn 2 they go. Harcrow takes the inside move. Oh, we got car parts flying in the air. Everything's okay, though. Everybody made it by clearly. You can race without a hood. Trevor Egbert running in second, being challenged by Marcus Harcrow. Watch, Egbert goes way high up on turn 3 and 4. Harcrow holds that middle line, trying to find that power over Egbert. Cannot do it that time by. Harcrow going to go low one more time, and Egbert goes high. Let's see if that cost him. Egbert's got a lot of power coming out of the turns. He loses it in the turns. Harcrow thinks he has it. Egbert fights his way back. Egbert and Harcrow door to door, fighting for second place. Joey Scherner got no idea the battle is going on immediately behind him. 2 cars side by side. Scherner kind of holding them up, but they don't have anywhere to go. Watch out, low body contact there, gets Scherner loose just a little bit. Harcrow able to take advantage of the wiggle there and get by Egbert up into second. Egbert back to third. Oh, watch out, your race leader Scherner gets loose. Harcrow couldn't capitalize. Now he goes along the outside wall, trying to make a pass coming up into turn 3. Harcrow in turn 4, trying to get by Joey Scherner. There he goes, Marcus Harcrow with the lead. Now Egbert trying to work his magic to get by Joey Scherner. Egbert goes high up into turn 2, crosses over, takes the low line, gets stuck right next to Scherner. Door to door in turn 3. Now Egbert jumps ahead. Scherner getting loose, gets tapped in the back, knocked out of the way. Marcus Harcrow working his way by turn 4 where the car sits in the infield. Joey Scherner not able to make a move. Watch out, turn 2 into the lower tire. Lower tire down by turn 2. Let's keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, Joey Scherner got a victim of a bump and run a little bit. I'm not sure. Couldn't quite see it from my angle this far away. All right, the 14T at Joey Scherner. Losing his spot down there in turn 4, sitting there for a while, needed a push start. Gonna have to get that car hooked up from behind back there in turn number 2. Marcus Harcrow doing a great job, along with Egbert, able to work their magic up there in turn 3 and 4. And when Scherner got loose, no matter how it happened, they were able to take advantage of it, and Harcrow jumps out to the lead. And that's where he likes to be. Harcrow out of Rogers, Texas. Looks like 27 must be Kobe Allen over there. And Mason Doherty and the 33M coming together out there on the bottom side of turn 2. Rachel Plant, our picture taker, supervising the hookup of the cars. Eight laps complete in this 20-lap main event for the iStocks. Jason Batt, your points leader coming into tonight, 231 points. Got a 31-point lead over Mason Doherty, who unfortunately finds himself at the end of the hook over there in turn 2. Jeffrey Borho, third in points coming into tonight at 190 points on the season. He's driving the 69B still out there on the track as well. So your second place car not going to get many points tonight when you find yourself in the infield and you find yourself at the end of the tow hook and you have to call it an early night. All right, so the 33 and the 27 look like they're stuck together out there. The crews out there are trying to get them unstuck. So, yeah, Mason Doherty's car is hooked up. Can't go nowhere because he's stuck to the 27. The trials and tribulations of a racetrack. Kobe Allen, 27 out of Lampasas. .33M Mason Doherty out of Thrall. Okay, so the description that I just got over the radio is, quote, they're pretty stuck together, unquote. So the two drivers are still in the cockpits of the car, and they're just sitting there patiently waiting to be unhooked. Well, haven't had a situation like this in quite a while where the cars were this stuck together. Well, we're watching it on the Race on Texas feed up here. They're trying to get him loose. They started pulling the 33 backwards, but he was dragging the 27 with him. It looks like the right front of Doherty's car really jammed into the 27 car, and they just got nowhere to go. Couple of, just like, Siamese twins, they are just stuck together and really having to do a surgical procedure. I think also heard one of the officials out there that's working on the cars that the right front tire of the 33 is entangled with the left front tire of the 27, and it's so far wedged inside there that they cannot get it loose. They tried pulling sideways, they tried pulling backwards. Off comes the hood of the 33. Not sure what that's going to accomplish, but they've got a better angle on it than we do up here, and they'll try to figure it out. If anybody can get it taken care of, Rachel Plant can. She's right down there in the middle of it. Dwarf cars will be coming up next as soon as we get the shenanigans out of the way here. Just so highly unusual for two cars to be stuck together in this way. So now we've got a tow truck on the front of the 27. Now we're going to pull the tow truck to the front of the 33. Let's see if we can accomplish something that way. Joe Spillman's down there now. He'll get in the middle of it. He moves land for a living. If anybody can move something on this earth, it's Joe Spillman. Ice stocks cruising around on the track. All right, up goes the front of the nose of the 33. Yes, they are loose. We have two separate children there now in turn number 2. I told you, Joe Spillman, get it done down there. And after all that, looks like both of the cars are out of the race. Going to get 2 of them pulled into the infield. We're letting the drivers know right now in their headsets. Letting the drivers know that we're getting ready to clear that track down on turn 2 and get back to main event racing for the ice stocks presented by Browning Auto Parts. Well, that was very interesting. You might not ever see that again, and hopefully we never do. Marcus Harcrow, after all that, still up front. Trevor Egbert, George Egbert 4 right behind him. Going to show him a rolled up green flag this time by. Going to go at it hard and fast. 8 laps complete in this 20-lap main event. We're not going to penalize them any laps because of that situation we had there. Marcus Harcrow setting the pace, coming out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. The light will go out. Keep an eye on that 29. The Egberts right behind him. Keeping an eye on the back of that 29 ice stock. When he goes, they'll go. That's the plan. 12 laps remain, 8 laps complete. Harcrow picks up the speed. Green, green, green on the restart. Off and running, here we go. Jason Batt trying to move up to become a player in this race. Gets right up along the Egbert car. Here comes Jason Batt up into third, coming out of turn 4. Jason Batt doing a marvelous job on that restart. And in turn 3, took advantage of it, had the power, and he was off and running. Oh, bottom of turn 4. Watch out. Everybody stay high. Get him out of the way. Everybody stay high. Well, rolled up green flag this time by Nate Robbins in the red number 9, making a great move out there on the track to move up into that third position. Now he'll have his sights set on second and first on this restart. You saw how long it took for Harcrow to get going last time once the lights went out. Harcrow on the front sets the pace. He can go, once that light is out, he determines when the race restarts. It could be right there. It could be at the end of the signs. It could be in turn 4. You saw how long he waited last time. Let's see what he does this time. Harcrow slowly into turn 3 and 4. Jason Batt in the red 9, looking to pounce. Here we go. Green, green, green on the restart one more time. Jason Batt now able to take advantage. Batt takes the inside move, cuts the amount of racetrack he has to drive, but it does not accomplish anything. Marcus Harcrow stays out front. Marcus Harcrow doing a great job driving that 29 I-Stock as Jason Batt taking advantage. Turn 2, watch out, solo spin, get back on the track. That's going to cost our third place car a lot of distance. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Bottom of turn 2. Uh-oh, your race leader, Marcus Harcrow, pulls into the infield. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he has a word or two for our official there and see if he gets back out on the track. He may not have liked that start by number 9, Jason Batt. Also, we got a Marcus Harcrow pulled in the infield, let Joe Spillman know to go out to turn 4. There's a muffler out in turn 4 that he's picking up on that four-wheeler right now. All right, good clean start. Remember, Marcus Harcrow sets the pace. There is no passing on the restart. So we'll get them lined up 2 by 2, except for our race leader, Marcus Harcrow, out front. Marcus Harcrow, 29, out of Rogers, Texas, has been holding this lead almost from the very beginning and been fighting off some of the charges of the Egbert and Bat right behind him. Lights are out. Let's see where he starts the race this time. Past 2 times it's been down in turn 4. Now he picks up speed halfway into turn 3, through turn 3. Off and running they go. Harcrow draws Jason Bat with him down the front straightaway. Bat lines directly behind Harcrow. Egbert in third as they go down the back. Jason Bat had to calm down on that restart that time and was not able to capitalize on that move. Chris Birmingham in the white and yellow C3 goes on the low side of turn 1 and 2, trying to move up into the mix. Was in 5th place for just a moment. 4K Ken Plonsky still in the top 5. And now Chris Birmingham takes over in the C3. The white over yellow C3, Chris Birmingham is in that 5th position. Plonsky in 4th, but he's got in 6th, but he's got to be careful coming out of turn 4. Nate Robbins in that darker car, 704. Down the back. Meanwhile, back towards the front. Harcrow with the lead. Now opening up a larger lead on Jason Bat. Oh, Harcrow gets sideways up in turn 2. He holds it though. Points that nose back in the correct direction and keeps on motoring. A car pulling off the track up in turn 4. (14T) Joey Scherner into the infield and looks like done for the night. As is the 01T Tracy Scherner. Tracy's got to get that car into the infield just a little bit more. She may have stalled right there. Now she got it bumped up and forward. Watch out, turn 2, telling all the drivers to stay high. Can he get back going before the yellow comes out? He is stuck. Now he goes. There he goes. No yellow. No yellow. Marcus Harcrow makes his way safely by that car that spun out in turn 2. Jason Bat not making up any ground. Still a distant second. 2 laps to go, shown to your race leaders. Man, it's been a good run out there for Harcrow. He's really had to battle it out there early in the race, getting all sorts of challenges from Egbert and Bat. But now he's opened up that huge lead. And he'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go this time by to wrap up this iStock main event. Dwarf cars are on deck. Here comes your iStock main event winner for tonight, Marcus Harcrow in the 29. Jason Bat finishing up in 2nd. Marcus Harcrow picks up the checkered flag and He'll take the ceremonial checkered flag victory lap around. Jason Batt finishing up a good second place. He was challenging really early in the race, but then had to back off and was never a player again. Well, a good win for Marcus Hartcrow in the 29. Out of Rogers, Texas. We'll throw it down trackside. Joe Spillman ready to talk to Marcus Hartcrow about that long race and that good win.
While he's getting out of that race car, I need a wristband that ends in 800. Look at your wristband. If it ends in 800, we got something a little special for you. Wristband 800. Hey, Cody. Wristband 800. Come to the flag stand if you got that number. Marcus Hartcrow, the driver of the 29. What? 29 what? Out of the race car, Marcus Hartcrow.
Wristband with 800. Come on down to the flag stand. Joe, take it away.
My buddy, Marcus. Big win at Heart of Texas a few weeks ago, and now tonight here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. That was kind of fun to watch, dude.
It was a little fun in the seat, too. Track had a lot of characteristic to it, and it changed lap by lap, and you had to change your entry, change your exit. It was just fun, and when you're out front, you just got to keep digging. You don't know where they're at. You don't know what they're doing. You just hope that when you mess up, they're not there to capitalize, and thankfully they weren't. I messed up a few times in 1 and 2. But, man, I got to thank my wife.
By the way, I didn't know y'all were coming tonight. She put something on Facebook, and I thought Steph's going to have me wheel the car is what I thought was going to happen, but thankfully not.
Yeah, I haven't done so great since that win a few weeks ago, but I do got to thank my wife, Stephanie, Hardy, Jake, Dinah, Uncle Charles, all my sponsors, 29 Enterprises, Lit Sticks by 29 Enterprises, ACM Services, your electrical contractor, GRT Race Cars by Dow Motorsports, Midtex Towing and Killeen, Supreme Vinyl Wraps, and KS Engineering, the power plant under the hood. Couldn't do it without all of them. Glad to be back here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, and especially here in Craig's Victory Lane.
Awesome. Good to see you here, buddy. Who wants this Frisbee? It went down there last time. How about down here? Where are we at, kiddos? The last one went all the way over, Marcus. No pressure. No pressure. Yeah. Going to Craig's Victory Lane, Marcus Hartcrow in the 29 Enterprises race car.
Marcus, I don't see that purse.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I got to thank Chris Dave and Race on Texas for all the awesome footage they do here at Cotton Bowl Speedway and everywhere else. We love it as racers. I hope the fans love it at home, too.
Race on Texas, all access pass, $39.99 a month. Half that money goes back. Be sure to pick Bowl Speedway as your home track. So good to see everybody here. Up next, your dwarf cars.
Joe, did we give our money away? right, Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas ready to kick it into gear. '41T Dustin Rude right up there on the front row outside. Lights are out, picking up speed. Here they come, roaring down the track, the Texas Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Going down the back straightaway like a horde of bumblebees, making their way around the 3/8 mile surface of Cotton Bowl Speedway. Here they come. 41T Dustin Rude firing his way around the track. Thomas Mock in the 44M in second. lap main event. '88 Brandon Spreen moving up to the second position down the back straightaway, moves up an additional spot. Going to try to chase down Dustin Rude, the points leader in the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Got two of them spun out in 3 and 4. They turn it right around and get right back into it. Really starting to spread out around Dustin Rude. Spreen. Watch out, here comes the 22C of Coy Moore out of Leander. Rude now starting to catch up with slower cars down the turn 3 and 4. Whoa, watch out, 56 nearly takes out one of his fellow competitors down the front straightaway. All's good. Dustin Rude down the back into turn 3 and 4. Your leaders catching up with slower cars, starting to lap them one at a time. Rude by the flag stand with the lead. 88 Brandon Spreen out of Bernie, motoring up into second, but he's got a big gap between himself and Dustin Rude. Coy Moore in third, 81 Dylan Spreen in fourth. As these 20 laps are starting to click off very, very quickly. Again, normally when the dwarf cars spin out, they turn it around on their own and get back into the mix. So far, so good. Looking good all the way around. Factory stocks are up next. Watch the bottom of 4, telling all the drivers to stay high. Got to get him out of the way. He's in a dangerous spot. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Eight complete, 12 laps to go. All right, let's take a look at them as they come around the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, doing a great job. 8 complete, 12 laps to go in this main event. Dustin Rude, 41T. Coy Moore, 22C. 88, Brandon Spreen. 81, Dylan Spreen. Dwarf cars, 12 laps to go, and then it'll be the factory stocks right after that. Eight laps complete, 12 to go. Dwarf cars doing a great job out there. Dustin Rude, always a tough driver out here on the racetrack. He gets out front. It's pretty much over when he does that, but never count out the 81 of Dylan Spreen and 88 of Brandon Spreen. Coy Moore running a pretty good race as well. Always up front in the 22C. Coy Moore out of Leander. Lights are out. Here we go. Green, green, green on the restart. Off and running. Thomas Mock still in the mix in the 44M. Lots of changes coming out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Dustin Rude still with the lead. 88, Brandon Spreen. Takes the high side up in turn 1 and 2. Spreen not able to do anything with it down the back straightaway. Coy Moore. Now Spreen does a crossover, cuts up in front of Moore. Moore crosses over in front of him. Whole bunch of crossovers out there on that track as Coy Moore finishes up in second place after all of that swapping of positions. 88, Brandon Spreen, got to worry about 81, Dylan Spreen. Now those two doing a tango down the back straightaway into turn 4. 88, Brandon, 81, Dylan, the Spreens. Watch out the 15 of Ty Paxton also coming up into the mix. Paxton goes into turn 3 on the high side, trying to get by the 81 of Dylan Spreen. Lots of action continuing as we try to get that car out of the way. That car at the bottom of 4 not able to get going on its own. We're holding off on the yellow. Holding and holding, trying to get him out of the way under his own. Oh, now he goes. There he goes. Yellow, yellow. 12 complete, 8 to go in this main event for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Dustin Rude still finds himself up front. Coy Moore, 22C. 88, Brandon Spreen. 81, Dylan Spreen. Watch out for the 15 of Ty Paxton. Ty Paxton in that white 15, he's on the inside of the second row of double cars. This yellow flag may benefit him a little bit because he's always got a fast dwarf car. He's going to try to reel in Coy Moore, the Spreens, and Dustin Rude. Lights are out. Dwarf car sets the pace. Here we go. Green, green, green. '88 and 81, Spreen and Spreen. Take advantage of the yellow. Here comes a crossover by Dustin Rude. Points leader. Here comes another crossover. Look at him go. 81, Dylan Spreen trying to get up in front of 41T, Dustin Rude. Rude fighting back down the front straightaway along the outside wall. Rude goes high. Spreen goes low. Now Rude comes shooting down off of turn 2, regains the lead. '81, Dylan Spreen giving Dustin Rude all he can handle right now. 5 to go this time by the flag stand. Brandon Spreen still up there in the top 3. Don't count out Ty Paxton in the 15. Coy Moore still up there in 4th in the 22C. Paxton behind him in the 15. Dustin Rude, after that challenge there by Dylan Spreen over 2 or 3 laps, now sits solidly with the lead, now putting himself more and more out front. Dylan Spreen fading into the past. 88, Brandon Spreen trying to move up along Dylan, couldn't do it there in turn 2. Got the move over flag for a couple of drivers there to stay out of the way of your lead dwarf cars. Dustin Rude goes high up on 2, shoots down along the outside wall of the back straightaway. Really, really nice dwarf car race by Dustin Rude. 2 laps to go this time by. Dylan Spreen 2nd, Coy Moore 3rd, Ty Paxton up to 4th. Looks like the 88 of Brandon Spreen having issues. He's out of the race. Last lap shown to Dustin Rude. Dylan Spreen in 2nd. That's a tough break for Brandon Spreen as he had a great top 5 finish and now he finds himself in the infield. But here comes the checkered flag for the Dwarf Car Racing Series in Texas. No doubt about it, he's the cream of the crop. 41T Dustin Rude with the win. Dylan Spreen 2nd. Coy Moore 3rd, Ty Paxton 4th. Well, that's a tough break for the 88 of Brandon Spreen, who had a solid top 5 run tonight. He would have probably finished in the top 5, ran into issues, had to pull into the infield down there on turn number 4. And it looks like he may need some assistance leaving the track, but main event winner Dustin Rude once again with the main event win here at Cotton Bowl Speedway with the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Dylan Spreen, Coy Moore, and Ty Paxton finishing up in the top 4.
Your dwarf car winner, Dustin Rude, working his way out of that race car. Coy saying, hey, good job, buddy. Up next year, factory stocks. 20 laps. Big tires, heavy cars. Should be interesting. Dustin Rude climbing his way out of the race car. Y'all give it up. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Big old boy climbing out of that little car. Get you a little sip of that here in Craig's Victory Lane as y'all watch it Race on Texas All Access Pass. Dustin, how fun was that, dude?
Man, that was a good race between me and Dylan at the end right there. Trading sliders like that back and forth, that was fun. Can't thank everybody enough. Win number 11 for the year, so can't complain. I want to thank my wife, Tori Corbin at home, Randy Jackson, car owner, Wolf Motorsports, Alan Brown Plumbing. I got a whole lot of people, but without these people, it wouldn't be possible.
Well, we're glad to see you here at Craig's Victory Lane. So that was fun. Sliders at the end. I thought I was watching some sprint car action or something. A slider, a crossover, slider, crossover. So run us through that just a little bit. I mean, how fun was that? What a racetrack HE put on for us tonight.
I thought I was going to tighten up the car a little too much, which I was a little snug. I was having to get my brake a little bit too much on entry than I wanted to. But for Dylan to drive me like that and cross back over, back and forth, never touch, couldn't ask for a better driver to do that with.
That was an awesome time. Let's get your signature on this Frisbee. Where's my kiddos at? You know you're not going to get it on a front row. It hasn't been on a front row all night. You got to back up, kiddos. You got to back up if you want this Frisbee. Come on. Here we go. Let's go, kiddos. Back up to Milton. Factory stock's up next. This should be fun.
This is the cream of the crop coming
Hi, buddy.
up right now. The
How are
factory
you?
Stocks, sponsored by Side Piece Packing Company. Thank you, Side Piece, for jumping on board as Dustin Rude hops back through the roof of that dwarf car, back into the cockpit of it, and ready to clear the track as we get the factory stocks ready to go. All right, here we go. Factory stocks presented by Side Piece Packing Company. On the pole, 77, Tim Fiddler. 726, Eric Robbins. 7, second row inside, Kevin Najek. Second row outside, 4D, Brian Mailer. Third row inside, 29K, Dylan Kowalik. Third row outside, 12, Adam Hall. Fourth row inside, 99, Cody Tankersley. Next to him, 43, Stacy Robinette. Off and running, green flag, green light as we kick it into gear. 20-lap main event. We've got issues already. Top of the front straightaway, right along the outside wall. Driver is